We all get to a certain age where we reflect back on our life, don't we? Now that comes at different ages for different people, and for those of you young enough, maybe you haven't done that yet, but you will. For me, it was a couple of years ago when I turned 60, the big 60. Now, age has never really meant anything to me. I don't worry about it. I'm just thankful each and every day that I get up. Now, in my heart, I think I'm 35. But my birth certificate tells me the truth, and so does the mirror. But for some reason at 60, I started to take an accounting of my life, where I came from, all of these past 6 decades and where I am today. And for me, the memories that I hold dearest of where I came from are in this house right here in Florissant, Missouri. Our family, my parents, built this house, 2291 Goldfinch Drive, in the late 60s. Now, of course, I wasn't born here in this house. I wasn't a little toddler, but we moved into it when I started kindergarten. And my elementary school years were spent here over at Lusher Elementary. For those of you who know North County, I could almost touch Coke Park with my right hand. That's how close I am. Now, our family eventually moved in 1975 to this new place, you might have heard of it, way out west in the boonies, called Lake St. Louis, right? But my memories of my childhood, oh my goodness, I almost get emotional thinking about it, were spent in this house and on this street of Goldfinch Drive. I would spend hours riding my bike, my little Schwinn, back and forth up the street, singing songs and humming and everything, and the neighborhood kids, including myself, playing stickball and roller hockey just for hours at a time. And by the way, on my bike, no helmet. Yeah, that's kind of how we did things back then. So this is what I think about now in my early 60s. How did I get from this house in Florissant, Missouri, all the way to here? An office complex here in Chesterfield, Missouri. So we've gone from North County now out to West County, and specifically this very business on a marquee here, One Private Wealth, a new financial firm that me and my partners just formed a few short months ago. Now, we're gonna go inside this building because I wanna show you not only parts of the new office, but for the purposes of this podcast, my new podcast studio. Come inside, let's take a look. So let me show you the new office here, the One Private Wealth office. Of course, you have to have that sign out there to let everyone know where we are. And so here it is, still a little work in progress, you should know, so you might see an empty box here or there. The real glue of the outfit, the ladies over here. Hello, ladies. There they are. They're kind of a little camera shy, as you might imagine. Oh, by the way, our conference room here, we've never had anything like this. This is wonderful. So we have our regular team meetings in there, and also sometimes we'll have larger meetings with clients where they will bring in their estate planning attorneys and tax professionals. So we are really already putting that to work. Nice open space here. Now, personally, I would love to put like a treadmill in here or a stationary bike, but team's kind of outvoting me on that one just a little bit. Now we get to the brains of the operation. Here's our chartered financial analyst, Tom. Hello, Tom. Wave. He's busy on the phone already. Then we've got this little kitchen area here with the CNBC always on, so the clients can watch that while they're waiting. The other brains of the operation, Brandon Malincrot. Hello, Brandon. There he is. Look at that smile, right? My office over here, but my secondary office where I'll be spending a lot of time in, and really the purpose of this, my new Simon Says podcast studio. Take a look at this. I hope you can tell I'm a little excited here in the build out on this. So I'm gonna sit down here. We're gonna continue to talk about this for just a minute. So speaking of a work in progress, really in some ways this podcast studio will be a work in progress. It looks fabulous right now. I just love it. But we're going to experiment a little bit, might move some books around as we go. Some of the other little personal Dave Simons trinkets will show up from time to time. But conceptually, this is it, my friends, and really looking forward to this. And I had talked really at the beginning of this podcast about phases in life, right? Well, this is the next phase of my life. And I really want you to come along on this journey with me. We're going to have a lot of fun and really dig into some topics, maybe some topics that it would have been hard for me to broach at the previous place. I have so much more freedom and flexibility here right now. Let me just give you one example here. So I'm perusing the financial sites earlier this year, and I come across a gentleman who said that he had just turned 62. And I thought, okay, you have my attention. I just turned 62. And he's not a financial advisor, but he starts talking about the fact that he just took Social Security at 62. And I thought, oh, this is interesting. Now, this had been forwarded to me because it was going viral. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is going viral for all the wrong reasons. People are buying into this. He didn't even need to take Social Security, but he said the fact that many people waited until full retirement age, whether it's 66 and change, or for me it's 67, or going to 70, is a big scam, and that you should take it as early as you can at 62. And he tried to make bullet points about why he believed everyone should take it early and the government's lying to you. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I wish I had the opportunity to really take this video piece by piece, show parts of it. I don't mean to denigrate him personally. The guy, he might be a wonderful person, but the amount of potential damage that a video like that had hundreds of thousands and maybe millions of views right now, I think cannot be overstated. So these are the kinds of things now that I can really dig into. And I'm really, really looking forward to this. So I have already introduced you to some people on the team, but I really need to introduce you to one more person, because you can tell professionally we've really upgraded here, haven't we? And there is a person behind the camera who's been walking with me from the old house in Florissant here to the new office in Chesterfield, who's helped put this podcast studio together. And he's going to be with me and us on this ride. Tony Mellinger. Say hi, Tony.
Hey there.
Hey there. Tony is somebody that we've known for a while and does a fabulous job. Very artistic mind, runs his own company, does websites, does photography, and does a wonderful job. So I'm really, really happy to have Tony on board as well. So folks, let's do this. All right. We are smack dab in the middle of the holiday season as we get into 2025. So you're going to notice a little bit of a gap in time between this podcast and then the first real quick hits that we'll start to, we'll release at some point, probably mid-January or so. But we'll get there. So stay with us. By the way, get ready for this, and you can do that. If you haven't done this already, please hit subscribe, hit the like button, and forward this to other people who you believe might actually get something out of some of the financial advice, investment advice that we're about to give. All right, folks, have a wonderful start to your 2025, and we'll talk to you again real soon.